Hi, this is Karon Thackston with marketingwords.com and copywritingcourse.com, and I've got some more great information for you today in the Ask Karon video blog column. It's not really a question per se this time, but something I read that I want to share with you, and I have it on my computer, so excuse me if you see me looking over there. I found on the Fast Company website, and I'll leave a link for this below this video on the Marketing Words Copywriting blog. So if you're watching this on YouTube or someplace else, you want to click over to marketingwords.com/blog, and you'll be able to see this video there and any resources I'll leave underneath the video. But the article I read on Fast Company was about neuromarketing. And if you're not familiar with that, it's based on the principle that essentially only about 5% of our target customers' brains are engaged when we are marketing to them. The other 95% we just sort of learn by osmosis, if you will. Things that we didn't realize we were paying attention to and what have you. Most marketers focus on the 5%. However, neuromarketing goes into how to get to that other 95% of your customers' consciousness so you can market to them fully, incorporating every little detail that might engage their brain or make them take notice, maybe even without them even paying attention to it. And it was really interesting to read all of this. I'm really big on consumer behavior and other things of that nature. But when we got to the bottom of the article, I had to laugh because they had 5 or 6 different tips down there for things you need to do. And these are things that I've been teaching people for 10 years at least, 12 years, something like that. Good copywriters are already ahead of the game when it comes to neuromarketing because these are things that we have been doing for a long time. Now I say good copywriters because unfortunately there are some copywriters out there that haven't either been taught this yet or just aren't getting it. But pay attention because these are key principles, and if you already have my step-by-step copywriting course, you have already learned these things. But let me share these tips that Fast Company gave about neuromarketing. Don't make it all about you. And I can't tell you how many times I have stood up on my soapbox and screamed, it's not all about you. If your web page currently says, we do this and we do that and ours is the best and us, we, our, it's what I lovingly refer to as weeing all over yourself, and it's an awful thing to do. Don't make it all about you. This is confirmation of that. It needs to be all about the customer. Another Karonism that I say quite a bit is you don't create a website about your company. You create a website for your paying customers. So change your focus. If it's all about you, you need to drastically switch it to being all about them. The second tip was don't take too long. If you have enormously long copy on your website, 1,000 words, 2,000 words, something like that, you need to graduate into a new era. Most of these types of copy like that are extremely long aren't pulling as well as they used to according to my sources. In addition to that, when they do pull, it's almost exclusively from some pre-screened or pre-sold trigger. An email, somebody on that person's list that's already familiar with them and doesn't take much persuasion to buy. The results are very skewed. So you want to watch that. Otherwise, if you don't have enormously long copy, you want to keep your copy shorter and in digestible segments. You can also use what I refer to in my step-by-step copywriting course as PowerPoints. And these are different things that you can do to the copy and put in the copy that literally will stop the person's eye while they're reading and get them to pay attention to that little section particularly. The third one is seeing is better than reading. Long gone are the days where you've got millions and millions of words on a page and nothing else. You have to break it up. You have to add white space if you want to get better results than you've been getting before. I'm not saying that the other types of copy is completely dead, but with as fast as people are moving, their eyes on your website really need the extra help of additional white space and things to bring visual interest. Let's see, number 4, have a strong start and a big finish. What they mean by that is you have to kick off in a way that's going to grab attention and hold it. Well, there go copywriters in their headlines. How long have we said? Forever and ever and ever that your headline is the most important part of your copy. You need to be able to write headlines and test headlines to be able to find one that pulls better. And finish big, that's crafting your offer. Whether it's an e-commerce site with a little 60 or 70 word description and whatever your button copy is, or if you've got service-based copy on your website and you're trying to get people to hit your lead gen form, to an ebook site that's selling a product, a digital product, whatever it is, your offer, your call to action have to be spot on in order to get that conversion. Stay simple. I used to get so frustrated with people that would email Marketing Words, my copywriting agency, and say, we need a really clever headline. They didn't want one that was clear and concise and made sense, even if it was persuasive. And I have said for, has to be 5 or 10 years now, clarity trumps cleverness. People get lost in clever online. They don't pay attention. They're zipping through your website at the speed of light, literally, and they just don't have time to sit there and think, wonder what oh, okay, I think I get it now. No, they're going to read it and go, what in the world, and just click away, and you'll be done with them. So I'm not big on clever. I agree with what they're saying here. Stay simple. Make sure that your message is understood. If people don't understand what you're saying, they will not take the time to figure it out. They'll simply leave. And then lastly, employ emotion. And I can't tell you how many times I've also said your copy needs to be emotional. Did you realize that over 80% of our buying decisions are emotion-based? Well, that means that your copy needs to be too. And when I say emotion, I do not mean hype. I have never meant hype. You need to connect with your target customers on their emotional level. A CEO who's evaluating new software for his global business is going to be on a different emotional level than a mom who is looking for some sort of supplement to help get rid of her baby's rash. You know, 2 entirely different things on different ends of the spectrum, and you have to figure out who your target customers are, what their problems are, what their emotional state is, and how you can solve that problem for them. Again, I'll put the link to the Fast Company article below. It's really pretty fascinating. It's not very long, so it should be a pretty quick read. But good information from them that every copywriter needs to know. Before you leave, I wish you would subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's a button in the video you can click to do that right now. I'm also going to ask that you go over to the Marketing Words blog at marketingwords.com/blog. In the upper right-hand corner of the page, you will see a way to subscribe to my weekly newsletter. If you like this video, you're going to love the newsletter because you get videos like this, you get great articles on conversion copywriting, SEO copywriting, all sorts of other great stuff, content development and content writing for blogs and article marketing and things of that nature. So it would be a big benefit to you. And I've also got a goodie or two that I'll give you when you subscribe to get this weekly newsletter. This is Karon Thackston with marketingwords.com and copywritingcourse.com. I'll see you next time.